Hello and welcome back, friends. Today I'm going to be splitting some wood. Hope you'll join me. I'm going to be using the eastonmade 1222 with the box wedge, and just to keep things simple and keep me happy, today I'm just going to be pushing into the bucket of the tractor, and then I'll take it from there and dump it in my ash pile. Most generally I stack all my firewood with this ash. I just get so much of it. It doesn't take very long to dry, maybe a few months at best. And I really don't want to waste the totes that I have on ash, because some of my oak and hickory, they take a lot longer to dry, and I'd like to put those in totes, keep them organized. But the ash, I've just been piling it and then just picking out of the pile and selling it that way. So like I said before, I'm just going to be pushing off of the table into the bucket. That's an Express Steel 72-inch bucket for my tractor. And I tell you what, if you're doing firewood, having the bigger bucket on your tractor makes all of the difference, because you know how small tractor buckets are, and they need to be small. That way if you're moving dirt or gravel, something heavy, you don't overload the tractor. But when it comes to firewood, scraps, sawdust, stuff like that, the bigger bucket, it really makes all the difference. So I've got a small pile of big ash rounds here. It is all stuff that I'm saving for the box wedge, and all the smaller stuff I use the Ultra on. And then there's some more over there that I'm going to cut up on. Usually I just cut in my pile here, throw it in my bucket, bring it over here and feed her through. Haven't used this 1222 in a few, because I've been playing with the Ultra, and I love the Ultra, but sometimes you just can't beat the box wedge. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I got this thing warmed up. I've been running for about 10 minutes now. I think she's good and warm, and start splitting some wood. As you can see, this piece got this big knot in it. It's ash. Honestly, it's not really worth messing with, making a big mess with this box wedge, so I'll just save that. I'll use the single way wedge on the Ultra and knife that one down at a later time. So that didn't take too long to do. This box wedge makes some nice pieces. It also makes a lot of trash. But there's a trade-off. Anytime you replace human labor with equipment, you're gonna have some sort of trade-off. So with this, we replace the aspect of pulling the wood back. We replace the aspect of having to lift the wood onto the splitter. And in turn, we made some trash by using this box wedge. But I tell you what, some of these big rounds, it sure is the ticket. Now, whenever I'm doing smaller stuff, you know, 12, 14-inch pieces, I love that Ultra and the single-way wedge. When it comes to this big stuff, it doesn't get any easier than this box wedge. Now, this is about half a face cord here. And I will show you the scrap we made. Now, this ash sometimes is a little bit of an outlier because it does crack nice, but it also sometimes just a little punky on the edges and it splinters. Now, that's not to say this is bad wood. This is actually still good wood. It's pretty dense, but there is some funky stuff on the edges. But I decided to use the tractor today just for the simple fact that with all this slash in here, my old farm conveyor doesn't like it too much. From that bucket of wood, that is the amount of slash and scrap we got. Decent amount, but like I said, the trade-off of not having to pull the wood back, not having to lift it up, the machine doing the work, sure works good. So I'm going to dump this bucket now into my ash pile. I'm going to cut some more rounds and get them over here, and I'll see you back in just right now. Here. Just cut the wood there. So just finished up. I got about 2 face cords split, cleaned up under my splitter, and this is the first time I've used this splitter in quite some time. Man, there is things I do love about this splitter, but also when you're using this box wedge, it makes so much trash as opposed to just the Ultra in single way, which of course, yes, it is less work. I get that, but you do got to spend quite a bit of time cleaning up. Somebody mentioned in a recent video to show my little grizzly bars that I made for this splitter. So this just slides into the 2-inch receiver hitch there. And I built this tray, and it's just got a bunch of slats. They're just little metal from Menards, and then I took some spare parts I had and put some wing extensions on them. But what this does is all of that fine stuff in there falls through these into the plastic tote that I put underneath there, and then I just pull that out and clean it up. All the big stuff slides out, falls on this edge, and I usually hang the tote over so it'll hit the tote and stay out of my bucket or stay out of the conveyor in hopes. That's kind of the goal. So I guess if I was to build these again, I would probably use round tubes, space them out a little bit bigger, try to filter a little bit more stuff, but it was the first go at, so I think this worked. But that will do it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching this whole gal run. I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.